Imagine for a moment being able to travel back in time and meet Alexander the Great. Right after he conquered all the lands, him sitting down with him and being able to talk face to face about how he felt. Would that empower you? Would that make you feel like his victories are your victories? Imagine for a moment being able to go back a couple of years ago and meet Michael Jordan right after his last jumper of his career, which caused him to win the 6th championship, and being there in that locker room celebrating all the successes and victories of the Chicago Bulls. What would you say to Michael Jordan? How would that make you feel? Imagine for a moment you traveled back in time as well and you met with Julius Caesar on the day before he was murdered and betrayed. Would you change the course of history? Would you warn him that he was about to be murdered? Imagine all these things as we go back in the past. But fast forward today. A lot of times people today are focused on past victories and successes. We stand in awe of these inspirational characters. But what about you and I? What about you and I? Have you thought of what you need to change the course of your life? Have you thought of what you would need to be able to make something different in your reality and in the world? Do you need a little bit of magic from Michael Jordan? Do you need the bravery of Alexander the Great? You see, a lot of times also we tend to focus on our past failures. We are victims of our regrets. We look back and we think that the way we've behaved or the way we've done things have been totally wrong. And we think about maybe if we just had a time machine, we could go back in time and change our decisions. But unfortunately, my friends, we cannot do that. Today is the day where you have to make a decision. But why change? Why even think about change? Because I believe every fiber of your being begs for change. When you make a thought in your mind, when you think about something, neurons make chemical and electrical changes that cause awareness, thought processes, and beliefs. You see, there are two types of mechanisms that hold you back in the positive change that you want to make. One of them is what I like to call cognitive dissonance, and the other one is what I like to call comfortable beliefs. Now, cognitive dissonance is basically a state of holding inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes, especially around change. So there's a mismatch between one belief and another. There are opposing thoughts that hold you back. For example, maybe you hold certain values in your life, but in your daily living, in your behaviors, it doesn't reflect those values and those principles that you hold. Now, comfortable illusions are what I like to call these processes where we create these deceptive representations of ourselves, our reality, and our surroundings. See, a lot of times we feel that the state of mind we're in, it's actually consistent with where we want to go. But actually, if you think deeply about yourself, about your present and your future, you realize that you have beliefs and bombarding thoughts in your head that tell you and that beg for change. And they tell you, well, this is comfortable. I'm at this job, or I'm at this place, at this moment in time, and I'm feeling okay. But you know that you're not. You know that deep down inside you're suffering. You know that deep down inside you need to transform something about your lifestyle. Whether that's living a healthier life, whether that involves changing your education, maybe your career, or simply maybe just finding the right flavor to your life.